Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going through part one of a silver tone jewellery lot, and we're just gonna I have been through it already because I had to organise it because it was one big whole thing, so I've had to separate out so that I can film efficiently, and I'm separating this out into two videos. So part one's this week and part two's next week. So if you haven't watched my videos before, I'm basically a vintage jewellery reseller. I also collect vintage jewellery for myself, my own personal collection. I have an Etsy shop. Everything's linked below where I sell jewellery. So if you're interested in anything that you see in this video, you can check out my Etsy shop, or there's a link to the order form that you can just do direct if you don't want to go through any of the shops. And the more modern and some items go on Vinted. Anything that's not, I don't want to put on my Vinted. Anything I don't put on my Etsy will be on my Vinted, and yeah, that's it. And I do job lots on eBay as well of things that I don't want to sell separately, basically. But let's get started. So we're just gonna do this bag first. Right, so we've got quite a few little bits. These are like smaller, daintier pieces that I've got here. So the first one is this. I went through this a while ago, so I actually can't remember. I've only been through this once and it was just quick and I can't remember what's in here. So it's like unboxing it anyway. This is a necklace. This is quite nice actually. This is a more modern necklace which would likely go on to my Vinted. That's really pretty actually. I do like that. You know, we're in spring now, we're coming up to summer, so it's a good time to, even I'm putting together some, you know, collecting some nice pieces that I can wear with some nice summer tops or dresses or whatever. You know, show off that jewellery. I do like that piece actually. It's really pretty. I mean, it's not my style that I would actually wear, but I like it as a, you know, as a general necklace. So we'll just pop that there. The next one is, we've got a rhinestone necklace here. These are just like staple. People buy these for weddings. So I've sold quite a lot of these types of rhinestone necklaces. They're like 1950s. Rhinestone necklaces, and people buy them for weddings basically, mainly weddings, parties. This one's particularly nice. I like, you know, the triangular drop there, so that's nice. That will go on my Vinted for anyone that wants those type of things. Go on my, not Vinted, it will go on my Etsy for, you know, if anyone needs any wedding jewellery. Another one here, this is pretty. I like this one as well. So these are just really nice. I've got a few of these for myself. So if I need to go to a wedding or a party or anything fancy, I've got a few fancy necklaces, you know, pieces to wear. And then we've got a more modern piece. This is more of a cheaper kind of piece that was in there. This is the type of thing that will go on my Vinted. It's sparkly. Not all the stones are sparkly. And it needs a clean, so I'll clean this up and maybe pull it for really cheap, or it will just go in a job lot if it's not cleaned up enough. You know, it has to meet a certain standard to go on any of the, and it's not really at that standard, so it may just go in a job lot, to be fair, or it will just be on my Vinted for like really cheap. But even then, not even sure I'll even do that. We'll see how it cleans up. And what's in here? So this is like a little necklace that leaves earrings, and it's like quite a detailed. Where's the other earring? So we got two earrings here. I think that these could be pendants. Like you could put them as pendants. They're quite big as earrings. I might just put them as pendants, to be honest. Do a little They're quite pretty, and they're very dainty. Although they're big, they're dainty. So like in my hand, that's how big it is. But it's it actually falls like a leaf. But these could just be pendants, or I could just replace the hooks and sell it as a set. We'll see what I decide to do about those, but they're nice. Anyway, this is already on a necklace, so this is quite a long necklace as well. So yeah, I think we need to do a little bit of rejigging with these, but these are very pretty. So yeah, probably yeah, like I said, I might, yeah, because these are smaller than the actual pendant one, so I might just replace the hooks and sell it as a set and replace this necklace. I think this chain doesn't really go with this either, because these are like gold toned and the necklace is silver. So I think I've got a couple of gold tone chains that I can look through to see if there's anyone that will match. Then we've got some these are like some stretch bracelets that I just gathered them up. They were like, they are signed by, let me just have a look. I haven't actually looked them up, but they've got, I think it's J&J. Yeah, J&J these stretch bracelets are, so I'll probably sell them as like a set on my Vinted. So they've got that. They're quite nice. They've never been worn. You know, they're brand new. So we've got that one, and then it's just got the tag on there. And then we've got two more, hold on, this one, and it's got a little musical thing on there. And then we've got this one with like 2 leaves on there. So these are quite pretty. So we've got a little bunch of bracelets there that are quite pretty, and they've never been worn, so they could go on my Vinted. Next up is quite some pretty things in this lot, actually. The next one is a necklace. It's a bit of a statement necklace. So this is the necklace. Very nice. I like the blue tones, and then it's just on, it needs to be sorted out, that whole bit there. But this is the actual necklace that it's on as well. So yeah, this is probably a that's probably a Vinted as well. I've got loads of stuff to put on my Vinted, and I need to, what I'm doing with my Vinted is I'm taking everything off and then starting to relist it slowly again, because what Vinted, they don't show your stuff, like your list stuff, and after a while they just don't show you your stuff there, so you have to take it all off and then start putting it all back on again. So I need to refresh, and I haven't done anything with that Vinted shop for months because it just stopped selling. It stopped there, and they stopped showing my stuff in the search, so I kind of gave up on it a bit. So then there's 2 bangles here. This needs cleaning. That's got a J on it. So these are more modern pieces. So that one's got a J on it, and then this one has got an M on it, and it's silver. The other one was gold toned, and this one's silver. So yes, some nice bracelets there. And then I think this is just is there anything on this? This is just a silver tone necklace. This bracelet is gorgeous. Look at this, so nice, and it's kind of like delicate. I'm actually keeping this. It's a stretch bracelet, but it looks so pretty on. It looks really pretty. Imagine that going out and putting that on with a nice dress or something. So, and it's really sparkly, but yeah, I'm going to keep that for myself. So that's a little personal one that I'm keeping for my own jewellery box. I'll just put that there. Love that. Then we've got a nice little floral necklace here. Oh, the stones are missing. So yeah, that will just go to like craft, in a craft lot. Basically, that's a craft lot. I'm actually going to just put that to the side so I remember that it's broken. And we got a little pendant thing there. Let's see. Let's take a close look. Oh, it's like a little charm clip-on thing. I'm waiting for it to come today, like a traveller's notebook thing that's got like a little elastic thing. I might keep this aside and you can just clip these things on the elastic to it. So I might just put that aside and clip it on there until but actually it's a bit, all the copper's showing, so actually I'm not going to do that, but it's just going to go in a broken, it doesn't look like it on camera, but when I just took it away from the light, it's actually coming off. But I've got a few others. I can use one of my other ones for my travelers thing, planet system thing that I've got coming. And this one is a Disney, this is a little Disney necklace and pendant. It's a bit tangled. I'm actually going to give this to my daughter. I always give her bits and pieces for my job lot. She loves it, but it's a Disney one. So I'm just going to untangle that and then I'll put it in her jewellery box. So I'll just put that aside for that. This next one, I've actually had this before, like myself, before I started doing all this for years. I've had this I've probably got this about, I want to say, possibly even 20 years ago. I don't know. It's from Accessorize. They obviously don't sell this anymore, but I probably got it like 20 years ago. But this is Accessorize because I remember getting it, and I've got it upstairs, but I've got this one upstairs, but I think it's broken. So I was so happy because I actually love this necklace. It looks so pretty on, and it's very well made. And I've got the earrings to it. I can't remember, something's broken. I've got the earrings or the bracelet or something. I might even have the necklace, but I'm sure the necklace is the necklace that's broken. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to keep this and replace, this is a like for like replacement for a necklace that I had, which I'm sure is broken. But yeah, this will be going in my own jewellery box because that's crazy that I actually found that. And I should have got the one out of my jewellery box so I could show you guys. I'm sure I've definitely got, I think it's like a necklace bracelet and then one of them's broken. And I think it's the necklace. This is just a casual little bracelet there. Just pop that there. And then we've just got, I'm not going to take this out of the bag, this is just like a plain necklace. So it's a spare necklace, it will just go in the spare pot. Then we've got this is a crystal necklace. I've actually got one of these myself as well. So yeah, I think most people have had something like this before. So yeah, that's not really anything special. Then we've got another, I don't know what stone this is. I'd have to look it up in my crystal book, but let me check. If you know, let me know below what stone this is. I will try to look it up. Sometimes it's really hard to identify crystals, so I have got a book, but I need a more in-depth book to check them against. So yeah, either way, it's a necklace with a crystal on it, which is quite nice. And the clasp needs, I think this necklace may need changing, or the clasps, I need to replace these parts on this necklace and then it'll be good to go. So there's a little bit of fixing up to do. Let's put that there. A little bit of fixing up to do on that. Then we've just got is it worth taking this out? No, it's just got, that's just a little necklace. Actually, let me just take it out and not be lazy. You know these little necklaces and they're in the bag. You think, oh, is it worth taking it out or not? But actually, it's actually a nice little dainty necklace. It's actually quite cute. That will just go on my Vinted, I think. The only thing with these little necklaces is they're really hard to photograph to make them appealing for someone to actually look at and think, oh yeah, I want to buy that. So, you know, we'll see. We'll put it on Vinted and see. Then we've got these earrings. These little hoop earrings. These are quite nice. They're just costume. They're not silver. But they are nice and they don't look like they've been used. They don't look like they've been worn, to be honest. One side's a little bit bent there. Is it bent? I don't know. Let's just check the clasps. Yeah, it's got a good strong clip in there. But yeah, so there's some earrings that they can go up. I'll still give them I give them a clean anyway, especially earrings, because you just don't know if they've been worn or not. This one, I'm sure this is signed. I'm sure this is signed or something, if I remember rightly. Let's get this out. I'm sure that necklace is silver as well, if I remember rightly. There was some, no, this pendant isn't nothing. It's just cheap. It's the necklace, I think. Yeah, this is a 925 necklace. There. You know, so I'm going to take this off and clean up this necklace, because I've actually got a pendant for myself that hasn't got a necklace that I want to put it on. So I'm just going to take that pendant off. I'm just going to take that off because it's not silver. And just put that aside. I was just taking a closer look at this, and there is signed there. This actually might be 925. I'm not sure. I don't think it is though. It doesn't look like it. But there is something there. I need to get my jeweller's loop and just double check that. Because there is something there. And that brings us... Oh, no, it doesn't. We've got a few more bits. So we've got this, which is a... there, is it the side? Yeah. This just opens up. It's like a darker coloured bracelet. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like that or whether the stones are missing, to be honest with you. But this will probably... No, it's supposed to be like that. But yeah, I might try and sell this on Vinted. If no one's interested, it will just go in like a job lot. And we just got this. It's just got some tassels on it. Little stretch thing. And then we've got this. It's very loose, so this is just going to go in a craft lot, because someone can use these for like a craft project, or I could even use them for something, but it's not going to be resold basically unless it's going in like a craft lot. I'm sure somebody will be able to do something. Then we've got this necklace here, just like box chain necklace. It's not in that good condition. It looks like it's in good condition because of the light, but I mean, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'll probably just put that aside. Then we just got this. I always get these aside. They will just go in like a little job lot as well. I think these items in this bag are just stuff that I've said I'm going to put in a job lot. I know that this is, one of these necklaces is really long, like I don't know what the hell this is. So yeah, these bits are just like, they're just not worth untangling. So yeah, those bits will just go into like job lots and things, craft lots, whatever. They're not suitable for reselling basically. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the bits and pieces. Most of this will be going on Vinted at some point. Like I say, I'm taking everything down off my Vinted. I did start taking stuff down, so there's not really a lot on there at the moment. But if you are interested in anything, I would follow, check out in my description and follow me. And then you'll see when, and you can check when I, keep checking for me to upload stuff. I've got tons of things to put on Vinted, loads of it. It's just getting round to it, because I prioritise my Etsy shop, which I put fresh listings on Etsy every day. So I post fresh jewellery listings daily on my Etsy shop, so that takes a lot of work to keep up with. So I'm trying to incorporate posting on Vinted as well. So anyway, without further ado, let me just end the video, and don't forget to join me next week for part 2, because this was half of a silver tone jewellery lot. So we got part 2 the same time next week, next Sunday. My videos come out every Sunday. If there's no video, it just means I've got nothing to film, or I'm just busy and haven't got round to filming. But make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, why you're not subscribed? But that's the way you're going to keep up with my weekly videos. And then if I don't post, you'll need to be subscribed for when I actually do post, or I put like a community post on as well, because I'd like to do more of the community ones. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next week. Bye bye bye.